In this video, I'll reveal some unexpected facts that will fundamentally alter the way you take care of your vehicle. Most drivers ignore it, and it might be the difference between a dependable vehicle and an expensive breakdown. You won't look at car care the same way once you hear it, so stick with me. Let's get started. The first secret is to reset the maintenance. Reset the necessary maintenance light needed. Let's discuss the upkeep needed light, which isn't as frightening as it may seem. These notifications appear at prearranged mileage intervals, usually every 15,000 miles. Automakers love them because they encourage you to return to the dealership, but the majority of the time, they are simply an alert for an oil change. Keep up with your routine maintenance, but instead of freaking out over this light, find out how to reset it for your particular car model. This will save you money and save having to go to the shop. Similarly, using onboard diagnostics, a check engine light does not necessarily require a visit to the mechanic. The second secret, bleed the brake. When replacing the pads, the brake system bled. One step you shouldn't skip when replacing your brake pads is opening the bleeder valve before compressing the caliper. This is because reintroducing old brake fluid into the system can harm delicate components like the ABS module. By opening the valve, you can reduce the risk and also help your brakes by removing some of the old contaminated fluid at the same time. Just be careful not to let the master cylinder run dry while you're doing it. Spend less on additives. 3. Avoid squandering cash on additives. For the majority of gasoline engines, additives may seem like the secret ingredient your automobile has been waiting for. But let's correct the record. Save money and continue with routine oil changes because U.S. fuel already comes preloaded with all the additives and current engine oils packed with high-tech compounds right from the factory. But here's the catch. For diesel engines, not all additives are a waste of money. Some are not only beneficial, but also necessary. While most cars can skip the magic potion, diesel specialists swear by them to prevent gelling, boost cetane levels, and keep injectors clean. This is especially true for gas engines in cold weather. For older vehicles, or if you're stuck using low-quality fuel, a few different additives like Techron or Seafoam can make a real difference. There are a few exceptions. Hypo. Drivers of older vehicles and diesel owners may even gain. It all comes down to understanding what your car requires. The fourth technique is to check the coolant level. If your car's heater is blowing chilly air or just seems loopy, check the coolant level. If your heater isn't working properly this winter, check the coolant level and top it off if necessary. This is a simple trick that has helped many drivers stay warm on chilly mornings. War usually occurs because the coolant is low. When there isn't enough coolant, the heater core produces air instead of hot water, and that air won't heat your car. Automobile batteries degrade. Even unused car batteries eventually run out of life once they are flooded with acid at the factory. You should always check the manufacturing date before making a purchase. As a general rule, choose one younger than a month old for optimal performance. Here's an expert tip. Avoid large box retailers where batteries may be kept on shelves for a long time, and instead purchase from a reliable dealer who transfers inventory fast. Before installing your new battery, let it charge for 1 to 2 hours. This will wake it up and make sure it's ready to go. Keep those terminals clean to guarantee a strong connection. Increase the performance of your spark plugs. Modern spark plugs like Iridium can last up to 100,000 miles, but don't wait for that milestone. Spark plugs are tiny but crucial for starting the air-fuel mixture in your engine and are directly responsible for combustion, which powers your car. Check them frequently. Here's how to take a plug out and look for issues like a damaged electrode or a lot of carbon buildup, which can result in misfires during acceleration or decreased fuel efficiency. Always use the type recommended in your owner's manual when replacing spark plugs to guarantee optimal combustion if your engine feels slow or has trouble starting. Improved mileage, smoother starts, and lower chance of future engine damage. If you find these recommendations helpful, please subscribe for more direct automotive advice. Your support keeps this channel going and the honest tips coming. Let's go on to the following one. When at the pump, refrain from filling the gas tank to the brim. It may be tempting to squeeze that handle a little bit longer to fit in every last drop, but doing so too much might cause fuel spills and harm your car's vapor recovery system. Fuel to prevent this? Just stop filling when the nozzle clicks off automatically, which is your cue that the tank is full. Vapors are bad for the environment and can escape if you overfill, which is wasteful and could damage your car. Change the air filters. Maintain your air filters regularly. Checking for a clogged air filter is quick and simple because it not only sits there, but also hinders engine performance and wastes gasoline. Find the air filter box by popping the hood. For typical driving circumstances, UNP it and check the filter. If it appears dirty or blocked, replace it with a new one every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. However, if you often travel on dusty roads or in polluted areas, check it more frequently. Examine your PCV valve. Verify the PCV valve. The PCV, or positive crankcase ventilation valve, is a tiny but essential component that controls dangerous gases and keeps your engine from building up pressure. If it clogs or malfunctions, it may result in rough idling, higher oil usage, or even engine sludge. Here's a quick tip. Check your PCV valve every 10,000 to 15,000 miles. If it's clogged, replace it. It's easy and reasonably priced, typically costing $20 to $40 for the item. Take out the valve and shake it. When a healthy valve rattles, check the airflow. To identify a defective PCV valve, test it by blowing air through it. If it flows in both directions, the valve is defective and needs to be replaced. View the video secret number for the symptoms and indicators of a malfunctioning PCV valve. Replace the transmission fluid and engine oil. Depending on how you drive, you should change your car's transmission fluid and engine oil regularly if you're logging a lot of miles each day. Synthetic engine oil is more resilient and can handle the workload, so you should change it every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. For transmission fluid ID, the majority of manufacturers advise changing it every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. But if you're driving heavy loads or in stop-and-go traffic, think about doing it sooner. Consult your owner's manual for precise numbers and keep in mind these routine changes. If the majority of your miles are on highways, you might extend it closer to 7,500. To be safe, keep your car moving smoothly and operating efficiently. Avoid ignoring brake fluid maintenance. Neglect the maintenance of brake fluid. Although brake fluid isn't given much thought, it should be kept at the proper level and changed every 2 to 3 years because it eventually draws moisture, which can lead to corrosion and reduce the effectiveness of your brakes. You can avoid a great deal of difficulty and money later by doing a simple check now. Examine your belts and hoses for wear and tear. Serpentine belts are simple to locate and are typically located directly in front of your engine. Coolant oil and other essential fluids are transported by hoses that run throughout the engine bay. This is the basic procedure. Check belts for cracks with a glance once a month or so. Fraying or glossy areas indicate that the hoses are worn out. Check for bulges, leaks, or cracks. When the engine is cool, run your fingers over them to check for damage or soft patches. These are the most important car maintenance tips that every owner should be aware of. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support helps more people discover valuable insights. Thank you.